Hello and welcome to today's intermediate inversion class. All you need is your mat and yourself. Let's come to a tabletop position to start warming up through the wrists. Bring your shoulders a little bit behind your wrists as we do our wrist push-ups. Thumbs are lifted as we peel the heel of the palm up off of the mat and back down, warming up the muscles. Shifting our weight forward and back now, gripping into the mat with our fingers, continuing to warm up, preparing the arms for any weight bearing that we do. Turning our fingers to the outsides of our mats now, we're shifting our weight side to side. Continue to grip through your mat with your fingers. Turn your fingers to point to the top of your mat and let's do some scapular push-ups here. Elbow stays straight. We're lowering the chest towards the mat and then pushing the mat away as we create distance between our chest and the mat. Implementing some circles here through the scapula, moving in one direction then the other. Making two fists and interlocking the knuckles. Tops of the hands come in contact with the mat, and now we're stretching out through the fronts of the forearms. I'm just turning here so you can get a better look at it. Bring the elbows down to your mat and then straighten the arms as much as you can while keeping the fists tight. Come to meet me standing at the top of your mat, and let's start flowing. Inhale, arms come up, slight back bend if you want. Exhale, fold forward, generous bend in the knees if you need. Inhale, half lift. Let's take a little step back, come up on the toes, and we're going to come into our crow pose. Jumping back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's shorten our down dog a little bit here and take a mini pike handstand jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, round up one vertebrae at a time. Arms reach up, gaze between the thumbs. Exhale, arms down by your side. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, but this time step back with the right foot. Left leg comes up for a split handstand to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shorten your down dog if needed. Look forward. Little pike mini handstand hop to the top of the mat. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, round all the way up. Exhale, arms come down by your side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, plant the palms, step the left foot back, right leg comes up, split handstand to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look between the hands, shorten your down dog if needed. Little pike handstand. Try again if it doesn't work out. And now we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Step the right foot back a little bit, left leg comes up, doing a scissor switch handstand to land in warrior one or crescent with the left leg forward. Plant the palms, step the left foot back, three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shorten your down dog. Pike jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, chair pose. Plant the palms on the exhale. Right leg comes up, scissor switch for crescent or warrior one. Right leg forward. Rise the arms up, plant the palms. Right leg comes back, three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, look between the hands. And now we're going to lower down onto the forearms. Inch your feet forward to stack your hips over your shoulders. Left leg comes up and see if we can hop or float up into a forearm stand. Lowering down, come to the knees, child's resting pose with the hands reaching in the same direction as the feet to give the arms a little bit of a break here. Get set up again for another set of Pincha. Coming into dolphin, right leg now comes up, jumping or floating up, doing whatever you please with your legs, finding some hang time, splitting the legs to lower out with control as we come back into our restful child's resting pose. Deep breaths. Rising up. You can stay where you are. I'm just going to turn so that it's easier to see. We're going to come into a puppy press forearm stand. One leg comes up, and you can take little hops or see if you can float up into a straddle pincha. If you do have some hang time, see if you can play around with the leg shapes. Lowering down, deep inhale and exhale. Let's do that again on the other side. Setting up on the forearms, lift the hips. Opposite leg comes up now. Straddle, extending the legs, maybe straightening them all the way up and lowering down out of it. Keep the legs wide. We're coming into a wide leg forward fold to get into a supported headstand. Shift the weight forward. Again, if you're doing little hops here to get up, then by all means. Otherwise, floating the legs up. Strong, engaged core. And once again, we can play around with the legs here if you've got the stability. Shifting through the hips, side to side. Maybe playing with seaweed legs. Or if you prefer stillness, then you're more than welcome to do that. Lower the legs down. Wide legs with a half lift. Extend the right arm up for a spinal twist here. Lower the right arm and then the left arm reaches up, gazes past the thumb. Come to meet me on all fours, and we're stepping our right foot forward on the outside of the right arm. Snuggle that arm under the knee. Put the weight into the right arm, grabbing the knife edge of the foot with the left arm, coming into our side plank. Levitating split. Come out of it on that side, switch to the other side, really nuzzle the shoulder under the knee, bring the weight into the left hand, grabbing the foot as best as you can and extending as best as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're always just trying our best. Slowly unraveling from that side, back into a child's resting pose with arms behind us. Set up for supported headstand. So elbows are forearm length. You can measure and see if you can pike press up into your headstand, but of course any variation will do. If you're doing the pike, let's lower the legs to tap and rise back up, building some strength here. Now you can play around with eagle legs or lotus legs here. Or yet again, just find stillness if that's what you prefer. If you're following along with me in lotus legs, lowering the knees towards your chest and lifting them up, releasing wherever you are and lowering down to the mat. I like to double my mat up for this next headstand because it is more pressure in the head, starting with a tripod headstand. Teddy bear the legs up into extended. Now if you can, if you want to play around with it, extend one arm, tented fingers, extend the other arm. Split the legs to lower out with control. Restful child's resting pose here, and give yourself a little forehead massage on the mat, rocking the head left and right. And let's round up to our kneeling position. Unravel your mat. Meet me in a comfortable cross-legged position. Inhale and exhale. And then let's inhale to fold forward. Exhale to round up. Switch whichever leg was on top or in front. Deep inhale and exhale. And again, let's inhale, fold forward. Exhale, rounding up. Bringing your hands through to heart center, pushing your thumbs against your chest, and then raising your prayer hands up to your third eye, pushing the thumbs into your forehead. Taking a moment of gratitude. And in closing, we say, Namaste.